All right guys, we're back with a little quick homesteading tip for you. If your oiler ever gets stuck, every once in a while you need to stop what you're doing when you're using a chainsaw and you need to check that your chain is getting oiled. You can do that one of two ways. You can obviously just stop the chainsaw, feel the chain. If there's no oil on it, that means your oiler is stuck, it's not working. Or what you can do is you can take your chainsaw, hold it close up against a log like this, like let's say the log is right here, hold the tip of it real close without touching, get on it real good with the throttle, and if it's spitting out oil on the side of the log, you can kind of see where the oil marks are, then you know your oiler is working. In this case, my oiler is not working right now, so what I'm going to do is show you how to fix that real quick. So the first thing we want to do is take off these two nuts. While you're in here, go ahead and clean this plate out. I've already done that. So once you have your chain off and your bar off, we can get into this whole area that's just all mucked up. This is where our oil comes out. So the first thing we want to do is just make sure all this gunk is out of here. You can get a pick, or I got a flathead screwdriver I'm using right here, and get all this gunk out of here just like that. All right. Now you can see right there, my oil is coming out. So I cleaned out this area. Obviously, one of the first things you do is make sure you have enough chain bar oil in your machine. And then if you do and it's still not coming out, you want to check this area. Obviously, this is going to be different on every chainsaw. Like I said, this is a steel. So we're good. We got bar oil coming out there. So what we can do is go ahead and assemble this back together, put the bar back on, the chain back on, put the plate back on, and you're good to go. So here are the steps. Make sure, one, you have bar oil inside your machine. If you don't have bar oil, obviously no oil is gonna come out. Two, if you have bar oil and it's still not coming out, go ahead and take the plate off, take your bar and your chain off, and check that section that I told you to. If it's all clogged up, you need to get a pick or a screwdriver or whatever you can get in there and get out the wood in that area or the gunk in that area. And then what I did in this case was, once I got the gunk out, I just held on that throttle real hard, and it starts to push the bar oil out. One other thing you can do to speed up the process of checking to see whether this bar oil is coming out is, while you're laying on the throttle, you can turn it over like this, and that will help that bar oil to flow out, so you don't have to sit there and wait and see where it's coming out. And the reason you want to make sure there's oil inside, or there's bar oil inside of your machine, is because when you're running that chain without oil, it's getting too hot, it's got nothing to cool it down, and you're just burning through your edges, your blades on your chain, and you're gonna run through chains like crazy like that. So that is a homestead tip about keeping your chainsaw up and making sure your oiler is running and your chainsaw is lubricated. Thanks for watching, guys.